Hello, I'm Dark Morris. I'm here to talk about a good old console war for the mid-level boss channel. I only speak for myself. I don't know how Wayne feels. I don't know how Tompo feels. I don't know how Tibbs feels. I know Tibbs and Tompo they like Sony, I would think. Tompo has PlayStation 4. Tibbs likes The Last Guardian. The Last of Us. I know Sonic Fan has a PlayStation 4. I don't know where Wayne stands. He's like, Sega. He's like, Genesis, Mega Drive. Apologies. So yeah, console war between Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. Which is better? Well, this is more of like an update kind of thing. Just to tell you where it all stands in 2016. On video, of course. So, how it's going right now. Some PlayStation 4 is still top selling machine of this generation. Microsoft coming up behind, and Wii U's practically dead. Let's not mince words, it's practically dead. Okay? It is 2 o'clock in the morning. My friend wanted to play Dark Souls with me. So I got the Xbox One first. I got it fairly early. It still has the Kinect port. It still has the HDMI in. Your satellite receiver, your cable receiver runs HDMI to your Xbox, where you could play a game. You could watch television while you play your Xbox. That's what they wanted. And I also got it before the price drop. Yeah. Only reason I got a PlayStation 4 is because Sony did hit me where I live, promising a Final Fantasy VII remake and Shenmue 3. I'm like, bastards. Good move, Sony. Good move. What about Nintendo? Nintendo is doing what Nintendo has always done. Sega don't do. They're surviving. Economic path. Cheap HD console. Because they're not going to spend a lot of money. They're not going to take a hit in profits. Well, they're not going to take a loss on trying to give you a powerful machine at $300. $299. And that was like Project Cafe, tablet, controller, HD. The big talk now is 4K. Yeah, 4K resolution. Microsoft is doing all the right moves with the Xbox One S and the Scorpio. Scorpio is going to be next year. Sony is pissing everybody off with the PlayStation Pro and not giving you a UHD player on your console. They want to stream 4K to you. Does anybody have the internet to do that? And like I said before, Nintendo was like economical. Cheap HD system with a tablet. What do you want? NX is coming. We don't know what it is. Microsoft wanted their console to display at 900p and be a super DRM console that had to always be online. Sony was like, hey, it's native 1080p. No DRM. Anything. Who is more truthful about their console? Microsoft was. Who changed their decisions when they heard the public give their 2 cents on their plans? Microsoft did. But good going at Sony. They delivered. 1080p native, 60 frames per second, everything. Not really, though. Their console, not all games display at 1080p. Most of them don't even play a steady 30 frames per second with each game. At least Microsoft was like, hey, it's 900p. Some games display at 1080p. And they changed. They were like, okay, no DMR. You don't need to be always online. It's all good. You're okay. Yeah. Sony was quick to be like, this is how you trade a game. Just hand it off to a friend. I might have done that earlier. Where? Let's do it again. If you wanted to go play your game at a friend's house, he didn't have the game, and you already installed it on your system, you would have to take your whole system to your friend's place to play it at your friend's place. Because you can't just take the disc, pop it in this system, and it plays. No, it doesn't do that. No. Alright. Sony was quick to make a joke about that. Just the same way Microsoft was quick to be like, hey, we have a UHD player on our Xbox One S. Suck it, Sony. Suck it. It's easy to make cheap shots like that. Hey, Sony, the PlayStation Pro looks like shit. So no Connect port on your Xbox One S or Scorpio? What's going on there, Microsoft? Couldn't make the order 1886 longer? What happened there, Sony? PS Vita. More like PS Necros. Damn it, that actually sounds cool. The Last Delay comes out in December. No Man Lies is selling well. I like the Xbox Keanu. Sega is not gonna let go of old grudges, Sony. But really, it's all preference. Yeah. On rather you like the other one or the other. They are quite identical in hardware functionality. Although one has Kinect and the other has PlayStation camera. Kinect is smarter. It could recognize commands much more clear. And also work as a webcam and a microphone. I gotta say things. I don't want to say any of the commands because it's on right now. It's downloading Doom. Installing Doom. So if I set any of the good commands, that would cause problems for me. Let's not do that. Yes, I could just say something to that machine right there, to this thing right here, and boom! With this thing, I gotta like, oh man. Beep. Wait for it to turn on. Some people like the PlayStation UI. Some people like the Xbox One UI. I say PlayStation 4 UI and Xbox One UI. It's all relative. Preference. Some people say the Xbox One is too loud. They don't like the powder brick. PlayStation 4 just has that cable. It's always come with it since like the PlayStation era. I use my Xbox One more than gaming. I use it for Netflix before I canceled my subscription. YouTube, Twitch, movies, streaming movies from my PC to my Xbox One. You can do that. Can't do that on the PlayStation 4 unless you use some black magic. I could always grab a USB stick, connect it in there, and it reads it, and I could watch videos off of it. That thing doesn't do that. It's like, don't stick that shit in me. Xbox remote control is much more functional than the PlayStation 4 remote. I gotta like hit some buttons for it to work, to be set. This thing just like it's on as soon as I touch it. As soon as I move it a little bit, all the lights come on, and it just works directly with the console. Yeah, they both work. They do the same thing. It all depends which one I have connected at the moment to turn on and to use for its many features. It's many multimedia features. Yes. PlayStation 4 plays games. It's okay if you don't play Dark Souls 3 at a steady 3 frames per second. Nobody's perfect. But the Xbox One could play it with 30 frames per second. That just seems like an argument I would have with a significant other, like, well, go see her and let her do this for you. You know what? I think I will. Okay, battery's dying, so I gotta finish this up quicker. Even if you don't think there's some developer, console maker favoritism, there is. Japanese developers will always side with Sony. Nice going on getting Hideo Kojima, Sony. 7 out of 10. First-person shooters will play better on Xbox. Same with the Fallout games, the online sports titles, the Elder Scrolls games, because America. Xbox One is a better online service. I prefer the Xbox One controller over the PlayStation 4 controller, but that's just me. That's preference. I'm not saying which one's better. I just prefer the Xbox One controller more. Okay? The thumbsticks are offset. That's nice. That's nicer to me. Not big. And why is that touchpad there? That's unnecessary. God help you, Sony, if the Final Fantasy VII Remake is a bad game. Thanks for watching. I'm Dark Morris from the Mid-Level Ball Channel. Again, I'm only speaking for myself here. I don't know what the other guys think, but I feel I'm the only Xbox One guy that's like all Xbox One.